Welcome, food travelers. I'm Micah.
And I'm Simon.
We're back in Las Vegas, and as you can see in the video, we're landing on the strip side today. This is a really cool view. You get to see the MGM Grand Bellagio water fountain, the new MSG Sphere, still in construction.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool angle to go, depending on kind of the wind conditions and where it's blowing. Generally, at least for all the times I've been to Las Vegas, I've actually landed on the other runway, which goes east to west. And this one kind of goes parallel with the strip, and it goes north and south. And so this is actually the first time I've gotten to go in this direction, which is pretty awesome because you get to see all the different hotels and casinos on the strip, and you feel like you're just flying right up next to all the buildings. It was such an awesome feeling.
Yeah, definitely. And as you can see, where the MGM Grand is located on the strip, and that is where we're headed today for the buffet.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the MGM Grand. You know, they're such an iconic hotel, something that's been, in Las Vegas for the longest time, and has been one of the top tier hotels for the longest time. And as you know, they've aged a bit, and they're one of the older casinos now, but I've actually never been at their buffet, so I was excited to try what they have.
Yeah, it was also my first time here in this buffet. I've also never been to this buffet in the past, and I'm pretty excited for it. I've heard a lot of great things about them. And one thing to note here is they do have prepaid reservations, and that is exactly what we did. We prepaid in advance on the website, and we got to skip all the lines.
And from what I remember, they said that they opened at 11, didn't they? Or was it earlier? I don't remember exactly, but when we got there, it wasn't too full, but there was quite a crowd that was still there.
They actually opened right at 8 a.m. And then they closed at 3 p.m. Yeah, there was still a line, but as long as you prepay online, you get to skip all of it.
Yeah, that was nice, not having to stand in line and buying the tickets, so we pretty much got seated right away as we came in.
Yeah, and I think the surfer that was surfing our side of the table was really great and really attentive. He kept coming by and asking us like 10 or 20 times, "Oh, is everything okay? Do you need anything?"
I think definitely more than 10 times, because even with times when at least you were off the table, he would come a few times and ask, "Is everything okay? Do you need anything? Do you need anything?" And he just asked that over and over. So definitely service-wise, that was great.
Yeah, I think that was definitely over the top in comparison to any other buffets that we've been to so far. Just making sure we got taken care of, and if we needed anything else.
So we were actually at the brunch buffet, so there were the standard breakfast items with some lunch items. As you can see walking through, there's different stations that they have, hot foods and some cold foods. One of the strange things that I thought was kind of odd to me was, originally as I was walking through each station, I didn't even realize there was a seafood bar, and I didn't know until I got my original plates and had some things, but stashed kind of deep back, which originally I thought was just another place where a dining area where people were sitting, but actually when I kind of snuck back there, I saw there was another station, and I went to go look, and it was actually the seafood station.
Yeah, I thought that was the strangest part. How is this buffet so grand and there was no seafood section? I went back there and I thought, wow, man, this place really needs a sign. I mean, they need to tell people this is a seafood area of the buffet. But even when you get back there, there's not that much selection.
Yeah, I agree. It was kind of underwhelming in terms of all the things they had. It was, maybe that's why they were hiding it way in the back, because it wasn't, as you can see through in the video, you'll see it, there just wasn't much offered in terms of seafood, and it really seemed like they just kind of started opening and putting things out, and not quite kind of getting that feel of how they want to set up the buffet itself yet. At least that's how it felt like to me.
Yeah, that seafood section was just really sad. I felt like everything was just been sitting there for a long time. Because when I went to grab my plate of seafood, It just tasted really dry and rubbery.
Yeah, I didn't have any myself because after I looked at it, it didn't look appetizing to me, so I kind of passed on that. In terms of the buffet itself, it's kind of your standard Las Vegas buffet. The layout, other than what we were talking about earlier with the hidden seafood section, but you know, you have your seats out, and then pretty much all the stations kind of surround all the seating.
Yeah, and one thing great with this one is their omelet station. In comparison to a lot of omelet stations I've been to in other recent buffets that we went to, this one doesn't seem to be as long. Like the guy had like a few burners set up, so he was ready to go to make multiple omelets at once. And for me, I got everything because I was looking for a long time, and the guy's like, just put everything. I'm like, okay, sure, let's go with everything. It was good. It was really thick.
One of the things that I did remember most was the prime rib, and I was actually surprised that it was a lot better than what I was expecting. At least for me, I enjoy a prime rib that's about a medium rare, and from what they provided, that's exactly what it looked like, a nice medium rare. It was pretty tender, and it had good flavor to it. They seasoned it pretty well. It wasn't dry. It didn't, there's times where you have prime rib, you take that bite, if it's dry, it just kind of, instead of kind of melting in your mouth, it just sucks up the moisture in your mouth instead, and then just keeps you with that dry mouth, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think they did a really good job with this beef here, and it was really juicy. It was really easy to cut through. There's places that we've been to where it looks like it was going to be really juicy and easy to cut through, but you can even see in the video, in our previous videos, while we're cutting through, it takes a really long time and really good effort to cut into it.
Yeah, this one I would say at least qualifies for fork tender because you didn't need a knife if you didn't want to use one. But
and again, with the drinks, it's all self-serve. Everything here is just like your normal buffets in Vegas, where you just grab wherever you want. The server won't come by and actually grab you your drinks, so just beware of that.
And of course, with any buffet, you got to wrap it up with trying all the desserts that they offer. And for MGM, I actually did like their dessert station. I thought they actually provided a pretty good amount of selections. It wasn't one of the biggest ones we've seen, compared to things other buffets like Bacchanal. But for what they had, I actually thought it was pretty good.
I actually disagree there, Simon. I actually didn't like their dessert options here on this buffet. I feel like it was lacking, and the items were a lot larger than usual, but I feel like they could have had more bite-sized dessert options. And for the frozen dairy, I thought that was too run down. It was not solid enough.
I didn't have any of the soft serve, but I had to disagree with the size. They were all mini portions, kind of your standard buffet size that they offer, where it's individually cupped size. So I'm not sure how they were too large. But they are like the pies. They're individual, but they are big. So you're definitely getting a good amount of dessert. But flavor-wise and the way they tasted, what I really liked was the apple pie and the blueberry pie. They're actually very good. I'm not a huge dessert eater in terms of being able to just down as many desserts as possible, but I really did enjoy taking all these various bites and having the nice flavors that they provided.
Yeah, I pretty much took a little bit of everything here on my plates. I wanted to taste everything. The key lime was not great. Nothing really stood out to me. I really wanted to enjoy the frozen dairy desserts, but like I said, they were just too run down for me. I like it more solid.
I understand. The soft serve, it's kind of through the machine, and other buffets, they offer gelato, which, usually is pretty top-notch for many of the buffets. Yeah, I stayed away from the key lime because if you see our Texas episodes where we went to some barbecues, Franklin Barbecue has a great key lime, and it's one of those things where you just you'll be disappointed if you eat it and you compare it to other great ones you've had. And to wrap up the episode are our notables, and unfortunately for this episode we did not have any notables. If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. Thanks for watching.